Welcome to the PCES Week in Review Football Friday, first edition. This is your host, Heather Holliday, with Janice Harden, Wesley Taff, Lorenzo King, and our moderator, Alex Gouja. First question, Harden. Go ahead.
When locked in a position battle, like Jacob Coker and Blake Sims are right now, it's difficult to prepare for the opponent knowing you've also got another competition going on with one of your teammates.
What's the question?
How do you address that?
How do we address the
Competition battle for 20. How do you address preparing for another opponent knowing that you don't have a stable quarterback, that you're in a quarterback competition?
Well, we're just going to take it one game at a time. What we're doing right now is that we know that we still have a quarterback competition, but preparing for our opponents like Florida Atlantic, we got a game plan. We got a game plan for both of the quarterbacks. And I'm quite sure Nick Saban and Kipton, they got a game plan for it.
I know Coach Tapp had a question for you.
I did. Now, coming off of the last regular season game last year, your kicker didn't do so well, missing 3 field goals, one of them being blocked. How has Alabama addressed the kicking game for this year?
As were you looking at the game last week, Mr. Tapp?
No, sir.
Tell you what, we got a tremendous kicker right now. Actually, I think he was 4 for 4. 36, 46, 48, and a 50-yard field goal.
That's impressive.
Nice question.
Okay, I think Heather Holliday had a question for you.
Heather Holliday's just the host.
She wants to know what your answer is to the Blue Thunder.
What's that?
Your answer to the Blue Thunder, the Auburn Ball.
Does Alabama have an answer to Auburn Thunder, to the Blue Thunder?
What is that? Blue Thunder, can you do?
The ball boy that kept up with the 4.3 speed of our wide receiver on the side.
Even our ball boys are fast.
Well, I just would say this. Auburn is, you know, they quick. They doing some great things. They're doing some great things, but we're going to adjust to that. You know, before you get to the big guys, you know, you got to go through the small guys first. You know, Auburn is looking pretty impressive. You know, but it's only one game. You know, everything. You know, a lot of fans and everything. You know, we're out here, but there's only one game that have been played, and a lot more football to be played.
Your turn, King. Questions.
My question is to Mr. Taft. Your offensive line, you lost some big-time guys on the offensive line, but you really have been impressive the first game. How do you think they're going to add up to the states, y'all going into Mississippi opponents?
Yeah, it's going to be difficult because they got some big guys on their defensive line. But like you were saying earlier, you know, you take it one step at a time, one game at a time. For every game they play, you know, that's more experience under their belt. You've got your center, our center, Dismukes. You know, he was there last year in the national championship game, and he's going to be the leader, and he's going to have to step up and help his guards and tackles out. But after every game, we're going to get better and better.
A nice question for Coach.
I need some help with
You know, just being your backs. Do you think your backs is more impressive this year than last year? The backs, totally.
I think they are just as impressive, and I think that as the season goes on, that they'll prove to be just as good, if not better. Even though we had some great backs last year.
ask a question that either one of you Auburn, I guess would say fans, Auburn show. I guess these two is mostly Auburn show. Actually, I'm Alabama, as you're going to find out as we go along. How do you see Auburn midway through the season? At 5-5? I mean 5-0 or 3-2? Or how do y'all see y'all at the halfway point?
Well, you know, obviously this week I think it's going to be a big win in San Jose State. We pulled off Arkansas. We got a big tough game Thursday, Kansas State, and then we got LSU. So I mean, if we can get to that LSU game and still be have the 0 in the loss column, I think let's take that momentum into the second half of the season. We can just ride on that. It's going to be tough though with all these other SEC schools that are ranked and have already been winning.
And I think Auburn has a pretty hard schedule too. I mean, when you look at what their schedule is and who they're playing, you know, it's not a walk in the park. You know, so I think they'll have.
But to answer your question, you know, if we can, you know, hold LSU to hold them tight, you know, because it's going to be played in Auburn this year. It's not going to be in Baton Rouge, you know. I think we have a chance of being 5-0 midway through.
They're coming to the Tiger Cage.
Yes, I know how that can get. You know,
But you go to the swamp at LSU, that's pretty rough too.
Now, I got a question for, you know, you Alabama and Auburn fans. How do you feel, you know, Alabama having the quarterback controversy, Auburn, you know, having a second-year coach, not only that, but, you know, having some new guys that are coming into the starting lineup? How do you think they're going to match up against some of those SEC teams that are just below the bar from you guys? Do you think you have a team that's going to be a surprise for y'all that you would have a hard time with this year?
I think we got them teams in Mississippi. I think they're really tough. They are really tough, and they are always shooting to beat the best. And I'm thinking Alabama and LSU and, well, I guess I can say Auburn, and Georgia, etc. But I think the hardest one is this year in the SEC, the sleeper is the Mississippi teams.
Team thinks Mississippi team, but the way Aggies came out and whooped South Carolina, because we got them in November. It's gonna be a tough one right there. If they keep playing the way they're playing and that first-year quarterback keeps going like he's going, that's gonna be a tough one. Because our defense struggled against Arkansas. They came back the second half, but we've got a lot to improve on if we're gonna beat them.
Excellent, excellent. But y'all are killing my battery, so we need to sign off.
Well, we got one more. I just want to give a few pointers on Alabama. I think that we're really gonna gel together this weekend. I think Nick's got a great game plan in Kiffner. And the next couple of games is going to be our quarterback competition. Hopefully we will have a starting quarterback when we play Florida. And if we can get any kind of quarterback consistency, I think Alabama is going to be on track.
Can we get a roll tide?
Roll Tide.
War Eagle.
Can't believe you cuss up in this.
Until next week, fans.